Hello, everyone. Happy Easter Monday. The uh, the rabbit came around, and we had Easter eggs. We had Easter eggs. Can't afford the other ones, but we had these. The bunny came. So hello. Happy Resurrection Monday. It's a lot going on, guys. One of the reasons why we do Black Business Monday. Hello, everyone. Tell everybody to join because this is big. One of the reasons why we do Black Business Monday is because everyone talks about, oh, we can't go to Target, we can't go to this store, we can't go to that one. Well, there's a boycott for Target. There's a boycott for a couple other places too. But right now, we understand that Target has been meeting with a lot of Black leaders. Again, we understand Target has been meeting with a lot of Black leaders. We understand also tomorrow, Pastor Jamal Bryant is holding a town hall meeting tomorrow at New Birth Baptist Church, and he's not happy. We understand the boycott is going to continue. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing Black Business Monday. Guys, bring everybody in because this is an important conversation. I'm doing Black Business Monday to show you we don't have to go to one space and just deal with one space. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We don't have to just deal with one space. We can go to our own people. And when we talk about Black Business Monday, we support Black-owned businesses who support us, who look like us and who support us. And one thing about these companies that have walked away from DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, one of the reasons why that is a big deal because they've walked away from the Black accelerator programs. They've walked away from the Black accelerator programs for Black businesses. People like me, I have a candle company. Matter of fact, Black Business Monday is sponsored by Jer Candles, jercandles.com. Target, Amazon, and Walmart are walking away from the accelerator, the Black accelerator programs, where Black people come in and they go through this program to get on their shelves. And it costs a lot to be on Target shelves, like $65,000 just to be on an end cap, okay? You know those end caps where you see little things and you pick it up and put it in your cart? It's not easy to get in those programs. So when people get in those programs, it's a big deal. And now they've pulled people, they're pulling us out. So this is one of the reasons why I try to highlight Black Business Monday. And today I'm thankful and blessed to have someone, I'm bringing her on now, but I just want you guys to know this is one of the reasons why we do it. Her name, Sept, and I hope she's following, and I hope she gets on. I hope she's able to get on. Chinara, I just pressed, and I think you're there. There she is. Hi.
Hi.
So
Hi.
guys, Chinara Smith has such an amazing story. I have done pop-ups with her, and this sister sells out everywhere. She sells. These are the ones that I still have in my in
Yeah,
my
I,
in my
I've
my pants.
rebranded since, and I'm proud
Yes.
to see you still have
I still
it.
have, yes, and I used the lemon pepper on my shrimp yesterday for part of
Yes,
the things. So, Chinara Smith, let's talk about one of the reasons why we're talking to you today. You are a federal government employee,
yes.
and you started. She's a federal government employee looking at the future, and you started doing these wonderful seasonings, spiced living. What is this? Goddess
Yes.
vegan, salt
God
free.
is veggie salt free.
So,
Yes.
Veggie Salt. Why did you do this? Why did you start this great um this great entrepreneurial journey and these great spices? I'm telling you, everywhere she goes, they sell out. They
Thank
sell
you.
out. Yes.
Thank you. Well, first, April, thank you so much for having me on. It's definitely a blessing to be connected to you and your audience, and I appreciate the time you took out for my small business. I started my company, Spice Living, 10 years ago. It's actually my 10th year. This has been my side hustle. This has been my 5 to 9. As April mentioned, I am a federal employee. I have 23 years of service, and it's always been my goal to retire and go into Spice Living full time.
Wow.
Now it looks like this might be expedited a bit because of today's climate, but I started Spice Living honestly just to complement my husband and I. We both are entrepreneurs. My husband owns Righteously Fit. He's a certified personal trainer, and I am a certified personal trainer as well. I own She's Got the Spice, a women's wellness brand, and I'm also a certified nutrition and wellness consultant. And one of the things that we noticed was that a lot of our clients had trouble eating what they needed to eat. They were working out
Mhm.
consistently, but it was something about the boredom and just the lack of motivation that people had in the kitchen. And so I wanted to show our clients that you can eat healthy. Sometimes they would say, well, how many different ways can you make chicken? And I'm like, a
A
lot of different
lot
ways.
of,
And
yes.
so what I
Without the
really wanted
salt,
to
a lot
do
of salt. Yeah.
without the salt, although I do have products with salt too, because I understand everybody's not on a wellness journey. Everybody's on a different journey. And I wanted to meet people where they were in their kitchen journey. So if they were on a wellness journey to maybe lose weight, or maybe they wanted to watch their hypertension, reduce their cholesterol, I have something for you. If you are on a journey where you just moved out of your mama's house and you need to learn how to cook, and you just need a motivation, I wanted you to be able to open up your pantry and pull out a spice and say, I know exactly what I'm gonna make. They might just open up the pantry and they might see a winner chicken dinner, and they know exactly what they
Hold
want
it up. Hold it
to
up.
make.
What is that?
This is winner chicken dinner. This is a good all-purpose seasoning. It has a Canadian inspired flair, and you can put this on any dish. You can put it on your, if you're eating chicken, you can put it on your chicken, but you can also put it on your potatoes, your vegetables. I wanted to take the guesswork out of cooking and make it easy for people, regardless of what journey they are on.
So that's
Um,
salt free, and I love
yes,
salt free. But
yes.
and that's the thing, the journey that you're on. And yes, I'm glad you put. I'm going to pin the comment there where you can get the spices from Spice Living. I found out about her years ago at an event at a pop-up, and my girlfriend was like, oh my God, I gotta get some. And she has this Old Bay seasoning. I said, Old Bay, here it is,
Yes,
Chesapeake Bay.
Chesapeake Bay. Yes,
Chesapeake Bay
Chesapeake Bay
seafood seasoning.
seafood seasoning. Yes,
Hmm.
and I'm a Baltimore girl. I'm Baltimore born and raised, born in
Pop the collar.
West Baltimore.
Pop the collar.
You know,
You and
and
Jamal
so
Bryant.
my
I'm Northwest Baltimore. I started in Northwest Baltimore, but but go
I'm
ahead.
Southwest Baltimore, born and raised. And so I know how what Old Bay means to our community. But let's be real. Sometimes Old Bay can be a little too
Salty,
much. If you
yes.
are watching, if you're watching your salt, you know how we like to get when it comes to crabs. We get a little heavy handed. And I wanted to create a blend that still has that familiar taste that we experience with Old Bay, but just not as salty. It's not a salt
Salt.
free blend, but it's just not as salty. So
Yeah.
that was my passion behind the Chesapeake Bay seafood
Now
seasoning.
used this yesterday, lemon pepper seasoning.
Yes, the
I
lemon
used
pepper
I
seasoning.
used that in my shrimp, okay?
Okay.
And I used it in my chicken. I made some really good chicken
Yes.
yesterday. So what is that? Let me see. So
This is
okay,
the lemon pepper.
I
So
have the
so
new and the old.
I
I have the new.
just I right. So I just rebranded. It's my 10-year anniversary. And so I said
Congratulations.
have to do a new look. So I just rebranded my website, rebranded my labels. And so the lemon pepper is very popular because mostly lemon pepper is usually just pepper and a lemon oil. But this is a lemon pepper blend. So it's a lot of extraness in here. So this is definitely one of my
I see the
popular.
little red.
Yes.
Yes. This
Yes.
little okay.
Yes.
So and so let's okay, so how do you first of all, before we even get to the sourcing, your packaging, the people who actually do your brand, your specific recipe for your spices, these people are actually the people who do the ones for the other big spice
Big
companies.
companies, yes. So when I started years ago, I actually started in my kitchen. Okay. I didn't think it was going to blow up. I just really wanted to help clients. And so I started blending in my kitchen. Now, y'all know. Sometimes we start businesses and we don't do things the way that we supposed to do them. Nobody should be blending spices in their kitchen. You don't want to get anybody sick and they see
Mhm.
you. But that was just how I started off. And once I saw it taking off, I said, I have to do this the right way. I need to get the right licenses, insurances, and I need to make sure that my products are being made safely. You want a quality product. And what I did was I contracted with a national spice company, and I said, can I work with you? And there was a young lady on staff who saw me, she believed in my vision. She wanted to work with me, and she took me under her wing, and the rest is history. So I offer over 30 different blends, and they rotate based on the season. So right now, what I'll show you all later on, I have 10 blends right now.
You,
But in the summertime, we'll have some grilling rubs available. You know that the fellas like the grilling rubs, so I have to make sure I have that
summer's
available. It's
here.
made by
Summer's
Father's
here.
Day.
Summer's here right
Yeah,
now. But look, wait a minute. New Orleans,
yes,
Cajun seasoning.
yes.
That, oh my gosh.
And so,
I have, go
and
ahead.
April, what I did for you, because I know that you like salt free. A lot of my customers, they come to me, and what I have is these 8-ounce sizes. This is my retail size, and they come to me and they say, well, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I'll try it out. And they try it out and they say, what am I gonna do with this little bottle? And then they ask for the
It's
big one. So that's
gone.
when
It's gone.
I pull out the
Yeah,
big
because I
boy,
bought,
and they get the bulk size. And so what I did for you, April, was I customized you a salt-free packet, those big ones. So the New Orleans Cajun is a salt-free blend. And I love that my customers, I really, sometimes people say, well, are you going to go? And right now I'm exclusively
Mhm.
online. And they say, well, you're going to be in a store one day. And I say, you know what? That would be a goal. But I must say that I do like to have that personal touch and that personal experience with my customers where they can reach out to me
Mhm.
and they can talk to me about what they need. And I
Yeah.
can customize things for them. I really do enjoy that one-on-one relationship that I have with my
And
customers.
that's the personal touch, and that's the piece that I love. When you go to a small business, you get to know your customers. They know the product, they know the integrity of the product. I'm telling you, the integrity of this product is so crazy.
Thank you.
She the last place we were together, she was the one selling out everything, and her husband, she says, this is gone, but my husband's gonna come back. And by the time I went back, it was
It
gone
was
again. I said,
gone.
I said, I'm done. So,
It was gone.
I was
It
so
was
done. I
gone.
said, now,
That was
get,
the goddess veggie salt free.
hold on, let me
And
see.
that's the goddess veggie salt free.
Everything, but here we go.
It's right
The
here.
goddess
Yep.
veggie salt free.
Goddess
So,
veggie salt free.
so
So
tell
that
me
has
about her. Tell me
onion.
about her.
So this has onion, garlic, carrot, orange peel, canola oil, mustard, celery seed, chili peppers, and lemon oil. And the reason that this is so popular, of course, is I'm all about all purpose. I want you to be
All
able to
purpose
use
seasoning.
this on
That's right.
everything. We don't have time to, spend hours in the kitchen. So I want to create blends where you could literally use this and you don't have to add anything to it. Like so often we go on Pinterest and we see these recipes and it has a million different ingredients that we have to add. Spices that you may never ever
Mhm.
buy again, I mean, use again, like something like thyme or sage. How often are you really going to use that? You're probably not going to use it much. So what I wanted to do is create a blend so there's no guesswork. You just use this and you don't have to add anything else to it.
So let me say this. I love the exoticness of this because I use a lot of thyme. I use a lot of rosemary. I'm into that like Italian,
Hmm.
Mediterranean, the garlic. I'm into all of
Yeah.
it. And depending upon what the flavor is, but I love the blend. I love less salt. And if it's no salt, I'll take my own pink Himalayan salt, crush it a little bit and just sprinkle just a little bit. I'm telling you, that salt,
Yeah.
I can taste salt now
Mm,
when salt is in
mm.
something because I am doing, and I love flavor. People leave my kitchen table saying, it's good. Let's like, everybody's like,
Right.
oh my God, this is good. And my cousin is Melba Wilson of Melba's of
Yes.
Harlem. My family can cook.
She
So,
needs.
yeah, so I love this kind of stuff. So tell me this, tell me, Give me, how do you source your seasons? Because every seasoning is not alike. Every pepper is not the same. Every
Yes.
pink salt is not the same. How do you source your seasonings?
So I rely on my co-packer to source ingredients for
Hmm.
me. They've been in business for over 40 years,
Hmm.
and I rely on them. Some seasonings they will get from Africa. Some of them they will get a little closer to home. I actually had a seasoning a few years ago. It was a peri peri spice. It's an African burr pepper seasoning, and it was amazing. But the one thing I had to discontinue it because they could not safely source it anymore. And that my
Oh,
customers were upset, but I I pride myself on safety. I have kids. I know y'all saw my son in the background 5 minutes ago. I have kids and I have, as a small business owner, you know that the liability
yes.
falls on us if something goes wrong. And so I appreciate their level of expertise and teaching me and
Mhm.
how they source ingredients, how they safely source ingredients and package them for me.
And this is one of your biggest sellers. This and
Yes.
the and
So
Chesapeake
yeah.
Bay, right? Yes.
Actually the my biggest number one seller is my Mamie Lee Soul Seasoning. This is my number one seller. Now, this is not salt free.
Okay.
I named this
Mamie
after my
Lee's.
grandmother. I named this
Oh.
after my grandmother, Mamie Lee Vaughn. And when I think of her, I think of all of the Thanksgiving meals, the Easter meals that we had, where she cooked with so much love.
Mm.
And I'm a firm believer in you can't just throw a meal together. It needs to be cooked with some sort of love. And this seasoning is a replacement for seasoned salt. So if you use any type of seasoned salt before, you use this instead and you will not go back. So this is my number one seller. And then the Goddess Veggie is my next
Number
best
two.
seller after the Mamie Lee.
I
Yes.
might need some get some Mamie Lee
Mhm.
without the salt.
so
Yeah.
actually, so actually, April, you probably already have this. So one of the things that I do is I allow other if you're hosting a conference or something special, a big events, I will design a spice for people for the conference
That's a
organizer if they
good
like.
thing.
So if
Yeah.
you remember at India McLeod's EIE conference,
Yes.
I
You
allow her to
sure did. It said
rebrand.
EIE.
It's an
Yes.
EIE blend. So I
Mm.
allow her to rebrand this spice. And so all the conference attendees have this spice
I
as an
had
EIE
had it and it's gone
blend.
because
And
everybody used it. They loved that's the EIE was it. That was
they
it.
used it. Yeah. So I'm really
Wow.
trying to find creative ways to,
Mhm.
place my product in different spaces. And that is one thing that has proven to be very successful is rebranding my spice, allowing people to put their own touch and their own name on my blends.
So again, everyone, we're talking to Chinara Smith, and this is about her business, her spice business, a Black woman spice owned company. It is second to none. I use this stuff, and when I bring you people, I try to bring you people who are innovative, who've been in this. She's been in this for 10 years. And like she said, she started out because her husband is an entrepreneur as well, and he is trying to keep people healthy. He's into weight management. He's into the health field that way. And so she accompanied her husband with coming up with these wonderful spice blends. And now Janera is looking at the future. She is a federal government employee in the DMV. Maryland has the second highest number of federal employees next to Washington, D.C. And she's looking at the hustle, getting her hustle on to make sure she survives. So this is a real thing. Small business, Black owned business in the midst of a storm, in the midst of questionable economy, in the midst of federal firings. And she's trying to do this, and she's been doing this for 10 years. So what has been your high point? What has been the greatest success, and what has been the highest point that you've had in this company in spiced living?
I, I've had so many, and I think I will say that my highest point has probably been when I have a customer that has told me that they have improved their uh,
Help.
hypertension or their cholesterol levels, either
Mhm.
using my products in conjunction with personal training that I may offer them myself. That's the highest point. That really means like, wow, you're really making an impact. The most exciting moments I've had though have of course been appearing on national TV or local television. Of course, those are just exciting moments that any entrepreneur would have. But the most impactful moment has definitely been hearing of change. And also hearing when a couple of years ago, I started hosting a Don't Burn the Turkey Thanksgiving class. During the pandemic, you know how it was a struggle for a lot of people because it was the first time you couldn't go to Big Mama's house for Thanksgiving dinner. You had to figure out how to cook Thanksgiving dinner on your own. And for a lot of people, especially around my age, I'm 41, we weren't taking over the cooking the Thanksgiving dinner. That's a lot of stress. So what I did, my mom has passed down her recipes from her mother, and she passed down those recipes for years. And I've already knew how to cook a full Thanksgiving dinner, and I turned it into a class.
Wow.
And hearing people come to me and saying, "Wow, I finally know how to make the macaroni and cheese. I finally know how to cook a turkey." These are things that I just kind of assumed people knew because I knew how to do it, but I was amazed at how many people did not know how to cook a full
But
Thanksgiving
you
dinner.
know what? It's not only that people like to taste good food, but they don't know what spices
Right.
go with what and how much. And that's been a
Mhm.
big deal. And I learned a long time ago. I'll never forget. I was a kid. I told my father, I said, Daddy, I put garlic on steak. He said, don't you ever put any garlic on steak. That's the best steak you can get. Some garlic, some flavor. And he was like, don't do that. I said, let me tell you something. I used to put, when I first started cooking, I used to put, what is it? Old Bay, Chesapeake Bay, and garlic and salt and pepper. It was good, but I've elevated. You know, you elevate.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, I've learned those cooking bags for those kind of things and the seasonings. Oh my gosh, how they just marinate and sit in it. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So can we get the cooking class on spiceliving.com too?
Yes. So I do. So I have ebooks of e-recipe books
Wow.
available. I am thinking about bringing the cooking classes back.
That would
They
be
people are
cute.
they're asking for them, and now with this
You got
environment
a
at work,
heart. You got
I'm
a
really
heart. You got a heart.
I am really trying to figure out ways that I can fill that gap. What do people need? And people, they still need that. They still want the not even just to learn how to cook. People like being in this classroom atmosphere with other like-minded people that they can learn from each other because everybody brings something. I always say I don't know everything. I like to learn what they bring to my classes.
And you know what? And that's another side hustle. That's a part, that's a branch off of, it's not a side hustle, but you're offering something valuable, not only the spices, but teaching them how to
Mhm.
cook. It's unfortunate. What is it? That song back in the day, Rappers Delight, how, you went to a house, they didn't know how to cook macaroni and cheese,
Right.
the soggy, the chicken was mushed and something chicken tastes like wood, all that stuff. That's real. Some people just
Mhm.
can't cook. And the people who tout the most say they can cook, it's like, oh, okay, that's nice. And, thank you for offering that. Because if I sit at your table, I'm looking for something good. Like, oh, I want to go back for seconds, right? But no, but I mean,
Right.
it's a needed practice, and we are now in that age. We're into that DIY thing. We want to know how to do
That's
everything,
right.
and I mean, yeah, and I'm just so impressed.
Thank
A
you.
sister, federal government worker, 10 years, 40 in her 40s, early 40s,
Yes.
and she's coming up with
Mhm. Let
spices.
me
She's
add
come
one thing to you, April. Morgan graduate.
there, Morgan. We love these, so tried and so true.
Yes, we do.
New Orleans Cajun seasoning. She does salted, she does unsalted, she does pepper, she
Yes.
adds a little bit of lemon and orange zest. And she put some tomato, and she works with the big seasoning people who pack seasoning for those big. Yes, there we go.
Hmm.
Spiced living. Look at that.
Yes.
And she's
I have.
basically on her website, spiceliving.com, but she takes specialized orders. She goes small and she also goes large, really large.
Yes.
I love the large. Yeah, so guys, please let's support Chinara and Chinara Smith and her husband and her family. This is French fry. What is
This is
that?
the salt
Salt
and
and vinegar,
vinegar French
the
fry
French fry seasoning.
seasoning. Yeah, so that has salt, vinegar powder, onion, Aleppo style chili flakes. So if you like salt and vinegar chips, then
I do.
that will be your new girlfriend. Yes,
Packaging
can hear
as
you
well.
now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When I get phone calls, people like, and let me see the other ones.
Candy
What else?
yams. We have a candy yam sweet potato seasoning. I have a Jamaican Me Crazy seasoning.
Jamaica. What's that?
Yeah, so the Jamaican Me Crazy. So I love Jamaican food, but I'm not Jamaican. So I need the easiest way to be able to make this on my own. Okay.
Good
Yes.
on
Yeah. So
bad potatoes.
it has
Sweet
Scotch
potato.
bonnet peppers, salt, onion, garlic, brown sugar, green onion, and lime.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I
Jamaican me
oh,
crazy.
yes, Jamaican Me Crazy. I also have a rotisserie chicken seasoning. This one is really popular for people that have children because the children don't want spice all the time. They need a little bit of seasoning, but sometimes they don't want too much. So the rotisserie chicken seasoning is perfect for that. It's balanced, it's savory, it's sweet, but it
Mm.
also caramelizes while it's cooked. So that is pretty popular amongst the people that want a little spice, but just not too much. Yeah, your sound went out a little bit.
I
Okay, I
know,
hear
because
you now.
there must be an emergency because somebody keeps calling
Oh
me, and
no.
I'm like, yeah, please stop. And I put it on do not do not disturb. It's like the world comes to an end. So, but listen, at the end of the day, spice living is what you guys want. Jamaican me crazy. Look, that salt and vinegar. Because that's salt and vinegar. I may do that myself because I love a good salt and vinegar potato chip.
Yes. And the thing I like about the salt and vinegar is more than just French fries. You can put it on roasted potatoes, mashed potatoes. You can make a salad dressing with it, popcorn. I think the thing that I like about spices is just experimenting, and not sticking with what we're used to. That's what I love most about my blends.
Well, your blends are awesome.
Thank you
And
so
I think,
much.
yeah, and I just think you are amazing, Chanera. As I'm getting 50 billion calls, something big must be
Something.
going on. Yeah, guys, this is Chinara Smith, and these are her products. Spice Living, go on there, support the sister,
Thank
federal
you.
government employee who's been in business for 10 years. And I mean, I'm telling you, everywhere I go, she sells out. She's the one selling more. Normally, where we go, we're the ones selling. She's the one selling. So this sister's got it going on. I'm telling you, I mean, I've been around amazing. It is the most amazing spice that you can purchase that's not in the brick and mortar that costs $50,000. And this is healthy, guys. And it's one of us. So, Chanera, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I just thank you so much again for your support. It definitely means the world to me. I'm so appreciative. And spiceliving.com, SPICED living.com. I am local to Baltimore, so I do offer free pickups for those that are local, but I also ship all throughout the country and Canada as well if you're watching this from a distance.
Wait a minute. Are there tariffs in Canada now? Is there a tariff on your stuff if you send to
Right,
Canada?
right now, I haven't nothing has come through on my end right now.
Woo, child.
So, oh, there's a question. Does it include MSG? None of my products have MSG.
That's a good
Yes,
question. Yeah, because MSG will give you a headache. Somebody
yes,
says, does she have an IG tag? What is your
yes.
IG tag?
So my IG tag is she's got the spice. My Spice Living tag, which I post from both accounts, but my Spice Living tag is SPICED Living, or she's got the spice.
Right. And guys, once again, she's got the Spice Living on IG. You see where she is right here. Guys, please, let's support again. Um, all of this Black Business Monday is a result of these boycotts that are happening to these major companies. And I'm about I'm not saying boycott, but I'm saying let's support those who support us. Let's say those support those who look like us. And Chinara Smith is definitely one of those. And I'm throwing my support behind her. And again, tomorrow I understand Jamal Bryant is hosting a town hall, and I understand the boycott still may continue. So let's see what happens. And again, Black Business Monday brought to you by jarecandles.com. Chanera, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care.
You too, guys. We'll see you next week. I'm going to enjoy my spices. I'm going to go find something to cook. Be well, everyone. Love each other. Thank you, Tracy, for joining. Thank you, Victoria Christopher Murray, for joining. Have a great rest of your week. Be good. Bye-bye.